Yeah, welcome to the program. I'm Charles Aite. To our first story, even though Ghana and the rest of Africa have signed agreements to forge free trade across borders, importers and exporters within the sub-region are still struggling to trade among themselves. In fact, a trade facilitation West Africa validation workshop by the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry shows that SMEs and traders, mostly women, have to spend thousands of cedis to import and export goods. Mark Bedo Abuaje is the chief executive of the chamber.
We have realized that there are a number of challenges that traders go through across the borders, and I'll share some few with you. The first one is informalization of large proportion of transactions. And then we have high transaction costs of moving goods across borders, which is a bigger challenge because after the ETLS, the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme, the purpose of it was to ensure free movement of goods and people. But what is on the ground is totally different from what is in the books. You try sending goods to Togo, to Burkina, to Ivory Coast, and you see the challenges that exporters go through, more specifically women. That's why we are gathered here, also for the women to share their experience with us. We may not know all through the information that we gathered, but I know today you provide us with all the things that we need to know for us to be able to assist women traders and small-scale traders. In fact, research actually indicated that cross-border trading actually has a lot of women. About 70 to 80% of those involved in cross-border trading are women. So women are so important under this. So the objectives of this validation or work is to strengthen the capacity of business associations. In fact, in most of the trade facilitation in West Africa that probably might have heard, the training directly goes to those who are involved in the trading. This particular one is very unique in the sense that they want to build the capacity of business associations for a sustainable support to women traders in Ghana. So we have Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana here. We have FITCH, we have AGI, we have Chamber, we have GUTA, we have GAWI. Now, the question is, have you been able to provide the support services to our women? And that is probably what we would want to answer today. If not, what do we need as business associations to sustainably provide these support services to women? So what we did as a chamber with the support from FEWASI and LA International, that's the consultant, and the World Bank, is to gather data from these institutions to understand what they need to be able to provide these support services to women and cross-border traders.
And we still stay on this matter because the Deputy Director and Head of Trade Facilitation at the Trade Ministry, Mr. Chairman, has been speaking on a new trade facilitation desk to deal with this issue. He hints also of a special dispensation for Ghanaian women traders.
I would like to state about 2 or 3 things that we are doing now to ensure that we help our small-scale industries or we facilitate the movement of your goods and services. After signing the WTO Trade Facilitation Agreement, there was a requirement that we set up what we call the National Trade Facilitation Committee, which was set up, and we have membership even present here in this meeting. We meet every now and then to discuss issues and policies that affect trade facilitation. Now what we are doing is to set up a gender committee or a gender subcommittee in the Trade Facilitation Committee to look at gender-specific issues, to look at issues that affect our women as they trade across the borders, to bring it up for policy direction, to bring it up for government to look at. Other things that we are doing also that is going to help your trade is what we call the Joint Border Post Initiative. And I'm happy to tell you that we are championing the cause of working around the clock to ensure that the joint borders between Ghana and Togo, that is Dompe and Lupo Joint Border Post, becomes operational. Although we know it's very operational, there are other challenges so that it will serve the transit trade corridor as the AFLAO borders also serve most of you as you do your trading. So these are some of the things that the Ministry of Trade and Industry, under the leadership of the minister, is doing. But that notwithstanding, we are aware that there are a lot of challenges that we are still going through. So just as the CEO mentioned, we are here. If you have questions, if you have challenges, if you have anything that you think can help us gather more information about your challenges, about your work, about the information, we are all ears. It is simple but complicated. The reason why I say trade is simple and complicated is, let me give you a simple analogy. That probably this morning, you got up from your bed and you wanted to buy a loaf of bread for your breakfast. The fact that you got there and you purchased, you have engaged in trade. And it is one way or the other binding by law, because you purchased and the person gave you something.